we're going to lay this informal tonight. How many did read the first chapter? Don't lie. In church. All right. Amen. And introduction. That's right. In the introduction, it's talking about a young lady named Heather. Single mom, went through a divorce, had 3 kids. We're going to get into it tonight. But it wasn't long after she got into the church, joined the church, that something changed. Like I talked about this morning, something changed. We tend to do that after we've been saved for a while. Some folks do. We lose sight of that first love. That first love that we talked about this morning, and how it's easy to lose sight of it. Distractions and things can come along to make us lose sight of the love of Christ in our life. Let's go to the Lord in prayer tonight, and we'll get right into it. I do want to go to the introduction and talk a little bit about some of the things that are said in the introduction. And I think I've got enough tonight. I think I've got 50. We got 50 people here? Probably close. Then I'll get somebody hand these out. Father, we thank you, Lord, tonight for your goodness and mercy and grace. We pray that you bless our time around your word, around the study tonight, Lord. I will. And we'll certainly thank you for all you do in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Bill, you know, do that. Make sure everybody gets one. Everybody. I thought we got enough for everybody. I don't think we got 50 people. Maybe. This is an excerpt or a section out of the introduction in the book. And is anybody? We went through the last book. I am a church member. This book is simply a follow-up to I am a church member. And Tom Rayner, the man who wrote this book, he's the president of Lifeway. He's written a lot of books, but he's also done a lot of research for these books. And through his research, this was part of this book. He gives a little article here: the top 9 ways that churches drive away first-time guests. That's something to think about. I want you to read through that list. And we're going to go through it here in a little bit when we get that far tonight. This introduction is called A Tale of a Joyous Church Member. Now, when she first joined the church, her kids, she was married at the time she first joined the church, she was happy. Everything was going great. She kind of fell right in. And we talked about this during our Sunday school teacher meeting this afternoon. You know, you have to build relationships with people and get them in here. You got to build relationships with them. And to do that, you got to talk. You got to talk to people. You got to get out and talk to people. And some new things we're going to be trying, hopefully, the Lord willing, in Sunday school, to build those relationships, begin reaching out to some of these friends of the family and families of friends, reaching out in different ways and trying to reach these people. Heather did that, where her husband was already part of this church, according to once she fell into I guess you would say, fell into the rut with everybody else. How many's ever been in a rut? Everybody just said me. Whether it's in the job or church or wherever, we've been in that place before. We've been in that place in our Christian lives where we feel like we're just in a rut. We're rocking back and forth, but we just can't seem to get out of that rut. Well, that's what happened to Heather. And it tells her story. After Heather and her husband divorced, she left the church. She became dissatisfied with the church, as so many people do. And then she didn't go back for 4 years. 4 years. But she realized at some point it's time to go back. I've got to do this not only for my kids, but for me. So she began to look around, and she began to look into different churches. But it was her attitude It was her attitude, and I say this a lot. Attitude determines your altitude. It was her attitude, the way that she looked at the churches. She was being so picky with the churches, she thought that she was going to find a perfect church. There is no perfect church. I think we've got 56 churches in the Moriah Association alone, not counting Presbyterian, Methodist, and all the other different denominations in this town. Probably, I would say, over 100 churches in Lancaster alone. And then they're building more and more up towards Indian land, so maybe more than that. 100 churches, and there are none of them that are perfect. Because they're all made up of imperfect people. We've got to remember that as a church. We've got to remember that our brothers and sisters are not perfect. Our sister churches are not perfect. Preachers ain't perfect. I know y'all find that hard to believe. But we ain't. We're not perfect. Let's look at that section where it says, on page number 2, it says, I'm not a happy church member. I wonder if anybody's ever been there before. Not a happy church member. From Heather's perspective, the Resurrection Community Church was an easy choice. She just kind of fell right in. Dan and his parents have been members for many years. Church had about 250 to worship. And Dan knew most of the members, so it was easy for her to fall right in there and begin to worship at that church. A lot of us did that when we got married. We fell right in with our churches where we were at. Our mates did. And we began to worship together. We served together. And just made relationships with people. And then the children came along, and it was pretty natural. The kids fell right in with the church, just like most of us. And she began church life just fine. Her attitude was great. Her relationships were solid. Her involvement was good. She has trouble remembering exactly when the change took place. And that's kind of what I want to talk about in this section tonight. Is the change that's taking place in our churches today. In our hearts and our attitudes of worship. Where we're at when it comes to serving the Lord, and how did we get that place? And how do we change it? Can it be changed? Oh yeah, it can be changed. Because it has everything to do with our attitude towards worshiping God. Our attitude towards service for God. This story, Heather does remember waking up one Sunday morning with a dread about attending church. Anybody ever been there? Y'all can say amen. You ever been there? A dread of going to church on Sunday morning. It shouldn't be that way, should it? Man, we ought to be ready to go to God's house when we get up on Sunday morning. Kicking the tires, coming out of the house, getting ready to go. Let's go! My grandpa used to go to church with a man, and I don't even know his real name, they called him Nap. He had one arm. And every time he said, watch him. I'd go to church with my grandpa, he went to the Tyler Baptist, he said, watch Nap. When he come into church, and when he come out, he had to spin his tires. Every time. Old Nap was just a happy old fellow. He was excited about being in God's house. And we ought to be too. We ought to be excited about what God's doing and how He's moving. Well, Heather, she was like most typical church members. But it can be repeated in the lives of church members by the millions, as the story goes. This section says, I'm not a happy church member. And then it goes to the attitude shift. Y'all ever seen people's attitude shift? Your attitude changed right quick when Mama grabbed the switch. I'm going to give you an attitude adjustment, boy. Come here. Like, we need more switches in church. Amen. Depending on your perspective, you can say that Heather had an advantage. She didn't have to wait or seek permission to get involved in the church because her husband was already involved in church. She simply kind of fell right in place. She loved all the relationships she had built. But Heather did not attend a church business meeting the first 6 months after she joined. That might not be a bad thing. The church treasurer, though, asked her to attend since she was going to soon become the assistant treasurer. What she did was she came in and she started getting involved. And we got to get people involved and give them something to do. And honestly, y'all, the pastor can't do all that. I try to do some of that. I try to get people involved, but I can't do it all. If you see somebody who's not doing something, give them something to do. Give them something to do. Give them a broom or something. Get them busy. Put them at a door. Shaking hands. Couple brother out. Get them busy for the Lord. Amen. You give them something to do, they'll keep coming back. Then the pastor made a presentation to change the worship time from 11 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. His logic was sound. The 11 o'clock time was really late and it had no obvious benefit. It was just the way the church had always done it. How many times have you heard that? Well, that's just the way we always done it. Does that mean we can't change? No, it don't, but some people think that. The opposition was pretty intense in the business meeting. The pastor politely suggested that the change might appeal to the younger families. They often prefer to eat before noon, especially if they had children. Betty, a long-term member, was quick to speak. I don't know why you're always talking about other people who aren't members of this church. This is our church. And our needs come first. She said without hesitation, y'all know what I think about when I hear stuff like that, and I know y'all think I'm silly. But this is what I think about. This isn't our church, this is God's church. He's called us here to reach people, not to push them away. I don't care if you've been here 149 years. This is God's church. Amen. The pastor heard the chorus of amens. Everybody agreed. And he saw several heads nod affirmatively. He knew the issue was dead. He took the idea off the table. The pastor would leave the church 8 months later. He barely made it to his second anniversary at the church. I mean, y'all read this. Y'all know what it says. In the past 20 years, the church, and I'm assuming from his research that this was an actual event, maybe he changed the names of it. In the past 20 years, the church had had 8 different pastors. That's a lot of pastors in 20 years. Only one pastor made it to 4 years of tenure. Heather would soon fit in with the longer-term members. I'm going to say this, and I hope it don't sound wrong, but it ain't always the pastor's fault, y'all. It ain't. Heather would soon fit in with the longer-term members. She began to pick up that same attitude of grumbling and complaining. I want it my way. It's got to be my way. It's got to be my way. We went to baby shower yesterday, and Brother Tim Blue had a pacifier around his neck. I said, "Are you going to use that preaching tomorrow?" And I said, "Man, we need that." I said, "We got baby church members. We can use that." They started laughing. It was just a joke, but you know, sometimes folks have been in church for many years, but have never matured to a point in their Christian life where they cannot get mad at stuff. You know, some stuff just don't bother me. It just don't bother me because it don't make no sense. It don't bother me because I'm mature enough in my faith. If you come up fussing me, I mean, it might aggravate me, but I ain't going to quit church tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm mature enough in my faith. Some folks have not become mature enough, have not grown enough in the Lord to understand that. Heather was, she was young in her faith, but she enjoyed at the onset being a part of a club where she could be included. We talked about it in the last book, didn't we? I am a church member. About the country club mentality in the church today. That's the first, if somebody calls a church, you know what they want to know? What you got for the kids? What you got for the kids? What you got for them? Preaching, singing, and shouting. Amen? That's what we got. We take them on trips and we do fun stuff with them. But in the end, we're going to give them Jesus. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. But that self-serving behavior, and that's what it is. It's self-serving. It means I got to have it my way. It's got to be my way. It's got to be my way. It don't always have to be my way. My way might be wrong sometimes. Honestly, it's mine. I'm open for another way. There's a better way. When she woke up one Sunday morning with a dread and an angst, it was the culmination of months of haughty attitude and selfishness, and the result of being inwardly focused. That's what this book, much of this book is talking about, is turning that inward focus outward. You ever turn a sock inside out? Or turn it right side? Or have you ever tried to wear a sock that was wrong side out? It just don't wear right, does it? That's the same thing with the church today. We have become so inwardly focused. We're not doing what God put us here to do when we're inwardly focused. We're supposed to be outwardly focused. It was a result of being inwardly focused instead of being outwardly focused. It was all about her needs, her desires, her selfishness. Heather was spiritually sick, and she felt it. You ever wake up in the morning and you can just feel it, you can tell when you're starting to get sick? I can always tell that some reason in the back of my throat, I can tell when I'm starting to get sick. And it ain't but a couple of days later, yep, my throat's hurting. I got to go to the doctor, or I got to get me some medicine somewhere. I got to start treatment. For so long, we let sickness go on in the church. This is what the chance process is all about. It's a church health program to see where we stand as a church, and if there's anything that we can fix or do better to be a healthier church. If you wake up in the morning, or I wake up in the morning, and we find a lump in our side, we won't go to the doctor and get that thing checked. I mean, we want to know what it is, don't we? Because if it's bad, you want to know. Then why, if we find something wrong in the church, don't we want to fix it? That's kind of where we are today. And we need to fix it. She had no desire to go back to a church. She was done. Can I be honest with y'all tonight? I have been there in my Christian life. Not recently, but I have been there in my Christian life before, where I said, if this is what church is, I don't want to go back. Because the things had gotten so bad at church. Y'all haven't been there, have you? Y'all super spiritual. We need to worship y'all tonight. Amen. You ever been in that place in your life where you didn't feel like going to church? Or you just woke up and said, I ain't going to that church tomorrow, we're going somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Just to get away. Let's look at the time to return to the body. 4 years passed. Heather was getting restless. She knew that she needed to be in God's house. I truly believe if you and I, if we're Christians, we will want to be with God's people. We'll have a hunger and a desire to be in a fellowship somewhere with God's people. Now, we may get to those points, just like Heather did, where we walk away from the church and our faith becomes weak. We step away. She had been through a lot. She stepped away for a little while, but she realized that I got to get back in there. She made a decision to go back, where she started looking for churches. She told her neighbor none of the churches have their acts together. There are obviously problems in all of them. Yeah, there are problems in all churches, because they ain't no every church. She reluctantly agreed to a visit from the pastor and his wife from a church she and the kids had visited 3 times. From her perspective, that church was the best of the bad choices. But Heather would be ready for them. She was ready to pounce. You ever had somebody come visit you and you was ready to pounce on them? Or come and talk to you and you was ready to pounce on them? She was. Jordan and Megan, the pastor and his wife from the church at Fountain Hill, they arrived promptly at Heather's home. After exchanging pleasantries, they spoke. Pastor Jordan, she began. Let me go to the good movie, motive to return. Frankly, though, I can't find a decent one to go to. All churches ain't bad, y'all. She was just looking at the churches the wrong way. I can't find a decent one to go to. The church at Fountain Hill was the best of them, but your church has its problems. It's easy to come to church and pick apart church, ain't it? Yes. Had the preacher, not chicken. Jordan and Megan, they were patient and kind. You could tell that they had heard similar stories Megan spoke. Heather, what have been your bad experiences? I think it would help us to those specifics. She said, I thought you might ask. I saw a blog post this week called 9 Ways That Churches Drive Away First Time Guests. I made a copy so you can read it. And then I gave everybody a copy that night. Everybody have a copy? We're going to look at some of those things. Because these are things that we need to look at in our church. If people come into our church, I said that this morning. People come into our church and our church is not kept up. Let's look at some of these things. Let's look at it. Number one, unfriendly church members. That's something we could easily fix. Just be friendly. I had somebody tell me this one time. The church is friendly, but some of them's a fake friend. I said, what you mean? It's like they speak it, but they really don't want to speak. I said, are you being picky? Sounds like you being picky. Unfriendly church members. That's something we can fix. Just be friendly and mean it. Be sincere. When you tell somebody, hey, it's good to have you today. Thank you for coming. Has anybody showed you where the bathroom is, or do you know where the nursery is? Has anybody ever did that? I do. Especially back in the Sunday school area, when we come in here for Sunday school in the morning. If I see somebody come in and I see a new face, I don't know if they remember. They walk in, I say, let me show you where the bathrooms are. Let me show you where the nursery is. They got kids. Just be friendly. We can fix that. Unsafe and unclean children's area. This response generated the greatest emotional reaction because when you talk about people's kids, they're going to get emotional. If your churches do not give a high priority to children, don't expect young families to attend. What do we do for children? Are we reaching out to those children? Are we doing things for children? It gives the place where they play. Is it safe to play? Number 3, no place to get information. I tried to work on that some myself. I printed up the church some new brochures. Just information for the church. It's just really an old brochure. I just made it look a little newer. Some of them lay in the back up here. I think a lot of them have been given away or have been taken. So people know something about the church. If you have enough information about the church, people won't have to ask a lot of questions. A bad church website, I tell you what, Brother Rick's doing a good job. He's been working on our website. Has anybody clicked on it or tried to go on it since he's been working on it? It looks really good, and he's doing some pretty neat things. And eventually, he was telling me that we're going to try to get it streaming where we're going to be uptown then. We're going to be uptown. We're going to have streaming. Church, and this is one of the things this just makes sense, y'all. 2 indispensable items guests want on the website is the address and the time of service. That's simple, ain't it? If you're going out to eat somewhere, you want to know when they close and where they at. Same thing with church. You want to know what the times are and where it's at. Poor signage. That's something we work on, ain't it? How many work on signs for the church, like where the bathrooms are? Who'd be willing to do that? Who's good at doing stuff like that? Don't look at me. I can do work on the computer, y'all. I'm decent on the computer, but I'm not real good. Amen. But there you go. We have folks that have talents. Let's use them talents for the Lord. Amen. Yeah. Amen. I'll know that. When folks come in the back door, where's your nursery at? Just have a sign that points toward the nursery. Signs moving, telling them where everything's at. This is simple stuff, isn't it? But these are one of the reasons that people wouldn't come back. They just don't know where to go. They got to wander around and then ask people. Yeah, that's right. Put that up. Yeah, like not a blueprint, but I guess a diagram of the church where everything's at. That's a good idea. And then inside of church language, we talked about this in the Sunday school teacher meeting. You know, somebody comes here and they ain't been to church. They don't know what W&U and like the sentence that the Bible says, my favorite example was the W&U will meet in the CLC in the room where the GAs usually meet. Somebody that hasn't been to church, they don't know what W&U and GLC and all that stuff is. They don't know all our synonyms. So we have to explain ourselves a little better. A boring or a bad service. We try not to have a boring or a bad service. We try not to. That's why I want our music to be exciting. I want preaching to be exciting. Amen? When I got if somebody's coming to preach revival, I don't want him to put you to sleep. You're going to stay awake, and he's going to preach. Inside church language, boring or bad service. My surprise was not the presence of this item. The surprise was that it was not ranked higher. Because people don't want to be bored to death at church. If somebody's going to sleep in the service, something ain't right. Unless they're on some kind of medicine. Now, I understand that. Sometimes people have to take medicine. And it makes them sleepy. Members telling guests that they were in their seat or pew. That's number 8. Yes, this obviously still takes place in some churches. Yes, it does. I have heard it's taken place here before, but if I hear about it, you won't like me. Because that is totally unacceptable for a church, any church. Amen. That's unacceptable. When if a lost soul walks in that door back there, and they're sitting in your seat, shut your mouth and find you another seat. Amen. Amen. Let's go ahead and visit. You
Only because he gets in mine.
But that's something, man. I mean, people won't. No wonder people won't come back to church. Wow. You know what I say? Find your nothing. I don't see your name on it. Amen. That's sad, isn't it? That somebody, a lost person, could come in and sit down. Would you like to stand before God with a lost person's blood on your hands when they walk out that door and they don't come back to church anymore? And you said, "You sitting in my seat." That's good. Good chance. Good chance. Yeah.
Well, coming back to a lot of it goes back to, again, churches today, we don't want to see change. We want to see growth, but we don't want to see change. We want to put blinders on when it comes to change.
That's right.
But without growth, without change, we cannot grow.
Can I tell y'all something? A church in this town, it was once a very prominent church, a very going church. Young pastor came in. He wanted to make some changes. He wanted to be evangelistic. Well, guess what? If you're going to get people in the church, you got to have some evangelism. You got to be too evangelistic. They didn't like that. He was bringing folks of different colors and races in. They didn't like that. They said, if you're going to do that, you can just go on somewhere else. They let him go because he was too evangelistic. That's pretty sad. Pretty sad. That's a sad statement for a church. I'll tell you. Heaven ain't just for white people, amen. I'm glad there's going to be some black people over there. They know how to worship. Y'all been in a black church? Yes, sir. And they're just real, man. Yeah, real. And members telling guests that they're in their seat. That's just a no-no. And then number 9, dirty facilities. Folks, that's something we can fix. That's something we can fix. That's why I wanted to remind everybody about the cleanup list today. I appreciate everybody cleaning up. I really do. I clean the church myself. I ain't scared. I'm not scared to get in there and clean the toilet, but if it's your time, please clean it. Because, you know, when folks come in off the street, they don't know us from Adam. And the church is dirty, or it's cracker crumbs, or whatever, or grass all over the carpet. When they come in, it's like, keep this place up. Or there's an inch of dust in the window seals. Y'all know what I'm saying? Dirty facilities. Some of the comments were this. Didn't look like it had been cleaned in a week. No trash cans anywhere. Restrooms were worse than a bad truck stop. Pews have more stains than a tire commercial. But these were comments that come from people outside the church. I have even heard of churches doing this to get a report card on their church. Having had an outside person to come in. They didn't know who it was. The church didn't know who it was. They were just visiting. But they were grading the church while they were there. This was a church, somebody who was a normal church person. They go to church. And they were grading the church and seeing, was the church friendly? Did they love people? Were they genuine? Were they concerned? Jordan had actually read the article earlier in the week. It was written by an obscure blogger who gained a lot of attention with that single post. But Megan spoke first. Heather, she began. That's a good article. We leaders in churches can certainly heed its message, but you can be viewing church the wrong way. I think that's what a lot of church folks are doing. They're viewing church the wrong way. Church is just not here to serve my needs. I'm here to serve the needs of the church. All of us are. Maybe, and she said, maybe you should not be asking what you can get out of a church, but how God would have you serve through a church. Instead of saying, I won't, consider saying, I will. I won't, as in W-A-N-T, I won't. I won't. I won't. What can you give me? What can you do for me? Instead of saying, I won't, say, I will. Heather was obviously agitated by Megan's comments, but she got to thinking about that thing later on that night. Why did those comments bother her so much? She wondered after they left, am I really that sensitive? Here's the I will church member right here. Heather slept fitfully that night. She kept hearing Megan's words. Instead of saying I won't, consider saying I will. I want us to read that sentence together out loud. But that one sentence, instead of saying I won't, consider saying I will. Let's read that together. Instead of saying I won't, consider saying I will. At one point, she opened her Bible and she read Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 and 4. And it says this: do nothing out of rivalry or conceit, but in humility, consider others as more important than yourselves. If we look at the church like that, man, wouldn't it be good? Everyone should look out not only for his own interest, but also for the interest of others. When Cain slew Abel, what did he say? Am I my brother's keeper? We certainly are. We certainly are. Our brothers, our sisters, we are the keepers. If we know there's a need, if we know of a need, then we should try to help. She said, she muttered to herself, that's it. That's why I'm so miserable at Resurrection Community Church. I focus on my wants and needs. I did not focus on serving others. That's what serving others is all about. Just like the Valentine's thing. I said to the guys, I want us to do something nice for the ladies, because we've got a lot of ladies in our church. All the ladies, we're going to do something nice. We're going to serve them a meal, then we're going to sit down and eat with them. Some of them guys like, but we're servants, guys. Ladies too. We're all servants. But we're supposed to be serving the Lord, aren't we? That should be our attitude. Having the right attitude about service. Heather also realized that she had been very critical and picky of churches she had been visiting. She was looking for her wants instead of being willing to say, I will. She went back to the Fountain Hill Church. Her perspective was totally different. What changed? Her attitude. Would y'all please say that again? Her attitude. attitude changes. That's what's wrong with most churches. Attitude. That preacher ain't coming up in here and telling me what. This ain't no church. We got a couple churches in our town that got the same problem right now. You ain't telling me what to do. This is my church. This is God's church.
Right.
And guess what? If He's got to move you out of the way to have His will done, He will. He will. God ain't gonna, hey, God, if God's got something going on in the church and He wants it to go forward, He will. Hey, by the way, God don't need me. He placed me here. I have the privilege of serving here, but He don't need me. He can put somebody else in my place and be 10 times better than me. Amen? Because He's God. Believe that. Don't say I won't, say I will. That was another statement I want us to say tonight. Don't say I won't, say I will. Don't say I won't, as in W-A-N-T, say I will. Heather joined the church with her children. She became a joyous church member. Why? Because her attitude changed. Her life became a testimony of I will. She served with a sacrificial spirit. I dare say, this is just the pastor speaking now. You can talk to somebody who knows a lot more. Probably you can talk to Tom Rayner. He could probably tell you. I dare say, in the average church, 15 to 20% of the people serve with a sacrificial spirit. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, they put everything else aside to serve God. God is more important. Serving is more important. Think about it. Think about it tonight. A sacrificial spirit. When you sacrifice for something, we'll talk about it in just a second. When you sacrifice for something, it means more to you. When you sacrifice your time, when you sacrifice your money, when you sacrifice everything that God's given you anyway, it means more to you. Think about this tonight. When she served with joy. How many folks are serving with joy now? How many folks are glad that they're serving? That God has given you a place to serve. I'm glad He has. I helped Brother Frankie in Sunday school class. I'm glad that I can do it. Because I want to do it. I want to serve. We ought to all be joyous in our service. Are we always joyful? Sadly not. Sadly not. Are y'all mad? Y'all got mine quiet. Y'all look at me kind of crazy. From her story to your story. First few pages of this book were about Heather. The rest of the book, he says, is about you or us. A believer in Christ and a church member. It is about learning how to have complete joy in your service through your church. It is about becoming a fully functioning member of the body. What happens when we're not a fully functioning member? Church doesn't work right. If you get up in the morning and you got heat, you don't get in, your knee just won't bend right. I mean, you limping on that thing. Arthritis or whatever. You twisted your ankle. Your whole body don't work right, does it? Because when you start limping on this, and it makes this hip hurt. Yeah, I done got there. Every day. We use this book. He said, I wrote a book, I Am a Church Member. It became one of the best-selling books in its genre. His theme was basic. What attitude should I have to be a biblical and joyous church member? What attitude should I have? We now move to the next and critical step of being a part of the body of Christ. We move from a right attitude, I am, to right actions. A lot of people say, I'm going to serve the Lord. Not everybody serves the Lord. It's moving from an attitude of service to right actions of service. It's taking that attitude and put some feet on it and action of service. God's got a place for everyone to serve. A place where we ought to all be serving. And if you can't be serving, you can definitely be praying. Amen? There's a place for everybody. It's really basic. It's a matter of learning what the Bible says about being a part of the body of Christ. It's about hearing His voice through His Word. It's not what the preacher says when he gets up. It's what God has given him to say through His Word. It's that you hear. I don't want you to hear me. I want you to hear what God is saying. Yes, you hear my voice. But I want you to hear what God is saying through His Word in your life. Speaking into your life. When Christ asks you to serve Him and others in His church, you should have one joyous response. Of course, by now you know what the response is. I will. I will. I think that's pretty good tonight, amen? That's a good start in this book. And just in the introduction, if the introduction ain't good, what's the book's going to be? What's the book's going to be like? They're asking questions at the end of this chapter, and I just want to go through these real quick. Why do so many church members have a critical and negative view of local churches? Yeah, self-centered. Maybe sometimes I've been hurt. Can I tell y'all something? I have been hurt many times at church. But it didn't make me want to quit serving God, because I wasn't serving the people that hurt me. I'm serving God. Just got to keep on serving. The hurt will heal. If you forgive them, it will heal. If you don't, you'll drag it out for years. How are some local churches acting like a religious country club?
Because everybody has to, every church has their own little twig. So people call it their own little group, twigs, whatever.
I want my way.
And, you know, it talks a lot about us having fellowship. You sit and you watch every time you have fellowship. Most of the time, it's the same people with the same people. And for those that, like myself, that don't have people, I'm what you would call a floater. I would float and sit with whoever got a chair by, you know. But so far as the ones that have their own little friends here, that's usually the
And that's one reason why I like to get everybody to move.
I've been in years, and it's always been that way.
That's why I like to get everybody to move every once in a
It's
while.
not what it is.
It is.
I
It is.
understand that. That's
It is. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with having friends in church. That's what we're here for. We're here to have relationships. We're here to have relationships. What it's talking about a religious country club is what can you do for me? What's church going to do for me? What's church going to do for me? What's church going to do for me? Know what you're going to do for church. You come here, you got talents, use them for God. Amen. In Philippians, read Philippians 2, 1 through 11, we talk about a little bit of scripture tonight. Discuss how that passage relates to being a sacrificial church member. To being sacrificial. How does the right attitude of church membership naturally lead to the right actions of church membership? When you have the right attitude, it's much easier to serve God. Now, I want to ask y'all something. I want y'all to tell me now. If Sunday morning, me, the pastor, if I came in, and I just come over here and sit down, everybody shaking hands, I just say, sit down. And I don't go back to the door. When I get done preaching, I just run outside the door. Y'all just say, what's wrong with him? What's wrong? Oh, really? Well, I don't do that. You might get mad at me, but I don't do that. It's about having the right attitude. It's about having the right attitude. That saying is not far from true. Your attitude determines your aptitude. I mean, in this life, how far do you go? If you keep that right attitude, you're not going to always run into the best circumstances when you have the right attitude. But if you keep that right attitude, you're going to go places. And you're going to see God move in your life. Anybody got any questions or comments? And then we'll get into chapter 1 next week. I thought we might get it tonight, but that was kind of a long one. That was kind of like a chapter right there by itself. Anybody?
I've never heard say that they came to our church, they complimented us on being a friendly church and a loving church. I've never heard tend to be more friendly to a visitor a lot of times than we will to our home life service.
Well, I hear our folks, sometimes they'll go for a homecoming somewhere else. How many of y'all have been to other churches somewhere else and you sit there and maybe two people speak to you? I've been to other churches and that's like that. That's like, y'all know what I do when I go to other churches? This brings people out. When I go to other churches and I'm visiting their church, if they have a time of shaking hands and they start shaking hands, I go up the front and I start shaking hands. They're like, who are you?
There's some church past.
That's right.
Let me just say this, Cindy and I went on vacation back in the summer last year. And it was a matter of fact, it was May, I have to say. We got online and a little research, we researched the church in Vernon. Cindy actually did, she was like CSI, she went on the pastor's Facebook page, said what he believed, said what his beliefs were. She said, I think I've got a church for some business Sunday morning, it was before that weekend. We actually went into the church. We sat closer to the back, we went in. The whole service had 5 people in that whole church of over 250 people come by and shake our hands and say, hey, we're glad to have you. 5 people out of 250 people.
Good thing you went to prospective member, man. You know what? That is the easiest, cheapest thing we can do. Is smile and tell somebody it's good to have you today. Be friendly to them. Be friendly. Y'all want some popsicles in here? There's a coldness there. There's a coldness there. And I don't just say that because of my church, but when some churches, they are. It's like, it shouldn't be that way. Because we're supposed to be God's people. We're supposed to be loving and care for each other. Anybody else? That's fine.
Anyway, it was me and it was like 5 or 6 of us. And we were preacher known all the time. And the only one that spoke to us, they all were strangers. And preacher and his wife. And we, they were together. That's it. Not another soul in that church.
I mean, y'all think that's something we can do something about in the church? We can be nice. I mean, speak. That's why my former church, they didn't like it. A lot of them come in and say, Preacher, I don't like them. I don't like shaking hands. I said, why not? I said, we're trying to be a friendly church. We're trying to be a friendly church. I said, well, I just don't. I said, you're just going to have to not like it because we're going to keep doing long night fast here. We're going to keep shaking hands because we're going to try to show forth the love of Christ when people come in. We're not going to sit in our seats and look like a bunch of old fogies. We'll be friendly and show people love. Anybody else? Anybody else got any questions or comments? Well, I mean, I know y'all probably already read chapter 1, but if you want to go back over again, we will be in chapter 1 next Sunday night. And if I have to, I get some more books. It's no big deal. But if you tell somebody else about this, going through this book, this study, I think it's going to be eye-opening for our church. We're going to see how God's blessed our church and where God can bless us even more if we'll reach out. Everybody got a handout tonight. Y'all read over those things tonight. That's something to think about. I mean, these are really. There's nothing in there as far as I can see that would cost a lot of money to fix. Not much of it. Maybe it's a website, but The rest of that stuff is just, it's not hard to fix. So when people come in our church, they say, hey, I don't like that church. There's something different about that church. Anybody else? All right, we're going to pray and close this part of the service, and then we'll move right into business meeting tonight. We just have one item on the agenda. Did everybody get an agenda tonight? Okay, we got plenty of copies here. Well, let's pray real quick. Father, we thank you, Lord, tonight for your goodness and mercy and grace. We ask you to bless this time of business and have your will and way in Jesus' name.